Maharashtra election in India, Maharashtra election in India, it is bringing a big journey in the Indian politics. This is the way election happened in Maharashtra and result came. No one in dream also had expected this. All the original party, Congress party, the actual political party that arose because of independence struggle. That is another question, what was struggle and what was independence. But as per the book, the Congress party is the original party which came into the picture post-independence. Now in scenario of Maharashtra, there is another party called Shiv Sena, original party. Nationalist Congress Party, original party. These party were contesting election against BJP, one party, and Shiv Sena, okay, another party, and NCP, another party. Means one party with shadow party. This is what the election was. And the kind of exit poll and everything gave kind of a balanced result only. Little bit edge for the BJP alliance, but balance one. This is what that because they had anti-incumbency factor also, and chief minister who become chief minister must be elected from the people. If prime minister is elected from the people, chief minister must be elected from the people. Not that someone from outside he comes and pushed his own chief minister. So chief minister who in this election, the election what happened 5 years back, it was BJP and Shiv Sena. So that where came to the actually majority, and chief minister would have been from them only. But whatever, chief minister happened from Shiv Sena, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. So that was also not unprecedented because he was talking about 5 year term also. So 5 year term he was talking about. So that was also not a concern. So anyway, he became chief minister for 2.5 years. But post that Mr. Eknath Shinde, he became chief minister, that people at the time of voting, they were not knowing that Mr. Eknath Shinde would be chief minister. But anyway, when this election happened, election result that came, that is unprecedented. That no one had expected that out of 288 seats, the opposition could not get 50 seats also. No one had thought about it. And BJP, they were contesting more than 50% of the seat. In 288, around 170 seats, BJP were contesting, and the other party, NCP, Mr. Pawar, Ajit Pawar, and Mr. Eknath Shinde from the Shiv Sena, they were contesting rest of the day. So when people were voting this alliance, they were knowing that someone from BJP would become chief minister. This is what is expected. But that is not the case. 23rd only counting happened. Until yesterday evening I was reading, and then there was again a hodgepodge, again a confusion condition that who will be chief minister. Means people's verdict has no weightage. This is what we keep on saying. Now, if we take the mathematical fundamental principle from Madam Mayawati, so Madam Mayawati, Miss Mayawati, who was Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh for full 5 terms, she has declared that she is not going to contest any by-election in the state. Any by, I mean, I believe by-election means central by-election and state by-election. Both she is stopping. If I talk about, because now in Uttar Pradesh by-election happened for 9 seats, and BSP could not get in a single seat. So there is no say. I believe in the state assembly election also 2 years back, then also Mayawati could not get in win a single seat, or one seat she got. Now there is no point when in that election she is getting one seat, then here what she would get. Now she is giving a she is a teacher, so she is giving a reason that by-election happens under the fixed state government. The state government is fixed, and by-election is not going to change the result of the state government. In that sense, by-election happens under the nose of chief minister, and it is only partiality can happen. Means EVM stuffing. Means EVMs are completely modified, and problem with the we'll talk about problem with the EVM. EVMs are completely modified prior to the election only, or when it goes to a strong room, their EVMs are being replaced because election commission they also cannot do anything because they know that who is replacing the EVM, he is not going to change. So since by-election is not changing the government and government has full power to change the result, they change the result. This is what Madam Mayawati is saying. Okay, now I am saying to Ms. Mayawati, if state election, if state in a state by-election is controlled by the chief minister, then what about state general election like Maharashtra election and Jharkhand election? These are the state general election happen, and the authority which is conducting the election is a central authority, that is the CEC, Chief Election Officer. Okay, so he is chief election officer. So he is chief election commissioner. So he is conducting the election. Now in the center, prime minister is sitting with the fixed seat. He is not going to change. If he is not going to change, and election is being happening through chief election commissioner who is sitting in the Delhi, then formula is same here also. It is as good as by election. The state assembly election, state general election, that is Maharashtra election and Jharkhand election, it can be by, it is as good as by election. If by election is happening under chief minister control, then these elections are happening under prime minister's control because it is happening through CEC, same thing. Then what is guarantee that it is not modified? The results are not altered. This is what now Congress and NCP and everyone is saying. This result is forgery result. We don't trust this result. EVM machines were completely changed. Either they came to the polling booth, there they were stuffed prior to election only, they were fed up. Now problem, this is the problem with the EVM. EVM, if EVM was brought in to stop the election booth capturing, because those gunda, those the people come with rifle and gun, they don't understand electronics. Then voter also they don't understand electronics. Okay, vote count is not shown to them. This is hidden. Vote count probably it is not shown to the officers also. They just hear tape a sound. That's it. Okay, in that way, because it is secure, right? Secure, if it is not seen, it is not seen by anyone. If that is the case, then EVMs are, they are not reset. Problem with the EVM fundamental, you have to whatever machine are being used in the voting, each machine you have to reset. Whereas if you go for ballot paper, just ballot paper you have to send for the printout. That's it. One printout comes in a box, you have to distribute it. Simple. No need to reset each and every machine. So there is a high chance that machines are by mistake they were not resetted or they were pre-stumped. In that sense, this election result is forgery. This is what the Congress and these people are saying. We don't trust on this election result. Or it went to the strong room, there it was changed. If I take the Ms. Mayawati fundamental, then the general elections are also happening under control of Prime Minister. I mean, this is what they are saying. I'm not saying anything from these are not my words. In that way, then this is also a forgery election because someone is getting 80% of the seat, another is getting not even 20%, right? So not even 20% also, 15%, one is 85% of the vote seat they are getting. I believe the NCP and Shiv Sena, they are part of BJP. They individually they got something similar to full opposition got that much, and BJP got 134 seats. BJP do not need anyone's support also in that fashion. So this is one scenario that everyone is crying for, that this is a forgery election and we don't trust on this. If we see, this is the by-election model that we talk. Another model is what is problem with the EVM and ballot paper. Only problem with ballot paper is gunda with rifle. They come and loot they do the booth capturing. Beyond that, if there is any malfunctioning is happening in the ballot paper, then it is done by election commission itself or their officer. Officer, people, magistrate officer or presiding officer who come to the polling, they will never do. I know this very well. They do not have that much courage. They would do. So if it goes back to the strong room, there only something is happening. There, in when it reaches the strong room, and there it is ballot paper and EVM are same, because for the it can be done only by the higher authority. So they have, if they have forgery ballot paper, they have forgery EVM also. So at that point there is no difference in ballot paper or EVM. The EVM and ballot paper is different only from the voters' perspective and people who are coming with the gun to loot the, because they see ballot paper and immediately they stamp it. So there it is only at that place it is different. Now people who is casting vote, for him it is very easy because he is seeing empty ballot paper and he is putting a sign. Now he is sure that this is what he has done. Not he has to see in the VVPAT machine and this machine, that machine, where paper came and not came and where the sound came and not came. And it is something that is unnecessarily complex. In that fashion, ballot paper is simple. Now, question arises in case of booth capture. If booth capturing is happening, then the government officer, they may not report the election commission, but people who are standing in the queue, they from their eye they are seeing people are coming with a gun. At that time, they can take the video and post it on the social media. So it cannot, booth capturing can happen, but it cannot be hidden. If it cannot be hidden, then that polling station can be cancelled out. So now booth capturing is impossible because everyone is carrying a smartphone in their hand. Remote to remotest place, everyone has a smartphone. In that sense, booth capturing can happen, but it cannot be hidden. In that sense, booth capturing cannot happen. Now it comes to money. As I talked that only in Gujarat election some 6 7 years back, the VVPAT machine were purchased for 16,000 crore. 16,000 crore. With ballot paper, if someone conduct 5 year election, 5 year election for kind of all the states and center, then it would maximum it would cost 4,000 crore or something like that. Just think that how much VVPAT cost full country and then EVM machine in lakhs of crore. In lakhs of crore, then hundreds of years of election would have. So EVM and VVPAT is very costly methodology which only prone to errors only. That's it. No clear cut. Okay. Only problem with the voter is the booth capturing, that is not possible now. So voter through the ballot paper, it is far more fair to have the election, because at the end when parties are shouting that there was a ballot paper mixing or something like that, then someone can bring the ballot. Certainly there will be some difference. If someone is mixing from outside, if it is not election commission, someone else, higher officer, then there may be difference in the ballot paper. If not difference in the ballot paper, that the way the vote is stamped, there it will be different. And artificial intelligence software, easily they can catch it. Because in hurry if someone is voting, that voting and people have voted with the peaceful mind, that will be different. So easily, but in EVM, you cannot catch anything. It is just T T T T T T. You cannot. So EVM is more prone to the error. I believe it is very long. So we will discuss very highly discussion point, that is one nation, one election. Now there is no point in going for the assembly poll at all. That is the question that is arising nowadays. What is the need for assembly election? There is no need for the assembly election at all, because people, if they are elect, they are casting vote looking at some chief minister. If BJP is winning, certainly people have casted vote looking at Devendra Fadnavis as chief minister. I don't know who is Devendra Fadnavis, how good he is, but this is the what people had there in their mind. That's why he got 134 seats. Now he is running door to door. He is going to Delhi. He is from Maharashtra. He has got mandate from Marathi people, very powerful people, very bright history of Marathi people, at least in last 1000 years, when India was passing through Muslim slavery and British slavery. In that, Maharashtra was the foremost state which opposed it. So in that sense, they have for past 1000 years, Maharashtra is the only bright state in the India. Otherwise, all were under the Mughal and British rule. Only this is the only state which revolted at every point. In that sense, if those brave people, if they are voting Devendra Fadnavis, and Devendra Fadnavis is going to Delhi and moving door to door from home ministry to this ministry to this ministry to this ministry for 5 6 years, and then he's coming back to Mumbai to Maharashtra, is it looks good? Means the local normal people, they are becoming a point of enjoyment, mockery, unnecessary. Is it this the democratic system? So, what is the need of this assembly election when people's mandate is not coming to the chair? He is the person who is voted for the chief minister's post. He is running chair to chair in Delhi. It is something like okay. We'll talk about.